Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday night's business call. Hi, Jackie. I love it. So, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for taking your time. I want to do a couple shout outs real quick before we get started. We had a whopping 108 new enrollments last week, which was incredible. So we had 67 people that enrolled, 108 people. Can you believe that? So people enrolled multiple people last week. So if you are someone that earned a free supportive patch, make sure that you comment in the chat that I know you're here. I would love to know how you got that new brand partner enrollment. If you would be willing to share, we would love to hear from you. Just an update on that. All the patches have been ordered. The address labels have been printed. Thank you, Mikey. And the patches will be here this week and they will go out in the mail first part of next week. Trey and I head to London tomorrow. So they'll all be delivered throughout the week. They will all ordered on Monday. So congratulations. And for those of you that have brand partners in Canada and UK from our X39 promo, those babies are going out in the mail as of tomorrow. So exciting. So, Beth, you want to unmute? Where are you at, Beth? Tell us how you got a new enrollment last week, girlfriend.
Okay, hi. Let's see. Well, the first two were at a trade show, which was amazing because I got to be there with Charlene and Laura and Leah. So I was learning from the very best. That was my first trade show ever. So that was really cool. And it was a great show. And so those two people basically enrolled them for their own personal accounts. One person there, they worked for an opioid clinic. And one of the women said, well, I'm going to wait and get, the company credit card to enroll. So I'll do it when I get back next week. And so when I saw her again the next day, because I said, come back in the morning for your X39, because it was in the evening. I said, I don't want to keep you up. So she came back to get her X39 on in the morning. And I said, hey, I was thinking about you last night. Do you own the clinic? Which I knew she didn't. And she said, no. And I said, well, what we need to do is enroll you personally so that you can enroll the clinic, so, get them set up to sell patches. And that way, if anything happened and you ever left, you would still have their business. And she was like, oh, that's genius. It's like she got it. That was great. Because, you never know fully how they understand the referral part of it or the income part of it. So that was exciting. And then the other one was somebody I had been following up with, talk about 8 to 12 touches. I had reached out to her a bunch of times and she was just always busy and stuff. So I had actually kind of stopped because it got where I was like stalking her. So on Sunday, about middle of the afternoon, I just got this thought out of the blue. I thought, oh man, that competition or that contest you're offering ends tonight. And I've got two patches coming. I said, if she signs up, that would be my third one. I'm just going to gift her all three if I can get her. So I just left her like a crazy voice text. I'm like, you've only got a few hours to jump on this offer. I just thought of it now. I just thought of you. You're going to get 3X39 for $295 and then 3 Eon free. Da 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 da. I said, I just need your credit card information. Again, I apologize. You've only got a couple hours, but let me know what the heck. So she called back and we signed up.
How fun is
So
that? You get the
follow
free
up.
three free Eon. Talk about throwing the carrots out there, girl.
I know that was pretty huge. I don't know that everybody would want to do that with me, but it came to my mind, so I did it. And she needs it because she's trying to put off a knee replacement. So,
And then,
but
what
yeah,
we can do next month is follow up with her and get her on the glutathione because we know that's liquid gold that's going to coat those joints to avoid that knee replacement to go with the X39 and Eon. So look at you, rock star.
good
Congratulations.
suggestion. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the contest and the motivation, the inspiration as always.
Oh, awesome. Well, you took
Thank
it and
you.
ran with it. All I did was throw it out there, right?
You're amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
All right,
you.
Alicia, I've got you unmuted. I know you earned a free supportive patch. What'd you do to do that last week?
Well, I kept one and I gave one away. I was actually in London and Edinburgh, Scotland, all last week, but still trying to work my business as I was traveling and with the time difference there. But one was just someone that I I keep dripping on people even when they stop patching. And this gentleman had stopped patching 2 years ago. And I keep emailing. I send out emails every Monday or Tuesday to everyone that has ever ordered from me. They get a touch from me weekly. And he was ready to patch again. And so I was able to re enroll him with a core package. And then the other lady was my esthetician, and the lady that I occasionally get IV drips from here locally. And every time I go in there, I have glutathione on my wrist. And she knows the power of glutathione. And we had been talking about it and talking about it, had become friends on Facebook. And she finally just kept, hinting that she might be interested. And so on Saturday, I said, listen, if you enrolled this week, you can get a free glutathione. How about it? You want to try it? And so she did a core package with 3x39 and a free glutathione. So it was as easy as that.
Nice. I love that. You dangled the carrot and she jumped too, didn't she?
That's exactly right. So I kept one of your freebies and I gave one away.
That's very kind of you to give one away. I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing. All right, where's Sharon? Sharon, I'm asking you to unmute. I know
Hi,
everybody wants to
hi
hear.
hi there. I'm driving, so I apologize.
That's okay. So you have six new enrollments last week?
I had seven, but yeah, six at I had a home show that I did, and I used your promotion as a free offer to anyone who signed up as a show special. So I used that to dangle the carrot in front, like a home show deal. You'll get this if you sign up today. So they do not walk away from my table without signing up. And if they did, they didn't get the deal. So that's what I did, and it seemed to bring in six new brand partners. So super excited about that. Yeah, that's what
Wow.
I did.
I love that. Six
Yeah,
brand partners, and they all got a free supportive patch for signing up on the spot. Boom.
that's right. And I actually had a supply of them with me. So I gave them on the spot the supportive patch, and then you'll mail me a replacement. So that's what I did with that. So
Absolutely.
they actually took something with them because during the home show, people like to, any of those shows, they like to take something with them. So I just felt like it would be a little extra. Here you go, something to take with you today. Try it out. Put your Eon on, Alavita. So it was a variety. I had some Ice Wave, I had some Alavita, I had some Eon. So I had a nice variety of different patches that people wanted to try out. So it was really good.
I love it. Good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Way to go, girl. You
Woo!
and Beth both scored at an event, so that's
Yeah.
awesome. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. I love it. All right, Susan Grizzard, you're on here. Can you unmute? You
Yes,
earned a free supportive patch last week.
I did, and I helped some others earn as well. So I've been, I was telling Leah and Kimberly and people on the call last week that I've been working hard towards this cruise, but when it rains, it kind of goes with it as far as the good stuff, where my downline is doing stuff. So I'm helping them, and I'm excited to help, grow that, even though I'm trying to help them rank up as well and get to some points on there. But yeah, I did the same thing. I just kind of used the whole, hey, if you sign up now, you're getting the free supported patch. What are you looking for? And it really, it's powerful. I mean, thank you so much, Stacy, for all the promos you offer, your team and everything, because I don't know why that little extra, but that little extra gets it done. I mean, when you're talking to people, it really is. It's really like Alicia said and everybody else, it's really that simple. It just really helps it get it done. So, thank you so much for being gracious to offer and help us build our team. So I'm really excited.
You are very welcome. People love deals, right? They love promos. They love specials. They love when things are discounted or extra free, right? Or, promo, the word promo. They love that. And that's another reason why we really focus on our upgrades. Because that new customer upgrade, when I sign someone up, they know we're going to stay in touch, but I'm going to let you know when there's promos. And if you feel like you need to order before we're back in touch again, you need to reach out to me because I can help you get your patches at a deeper discount. Deeper discount. They love that. Or you could say below wholesale pricing. They love that. And so I always upgrade them. If they come in at a core, they're going advanced and they're saving. They're like, wait, I bought this exact same stuff and now I'm buying it again and it's less than when I bought it initially. Yeah. Yeah, I'm your promo girl. So they love that stuff. And sometimes I dangle the carrot. I had a lady this weekend that her account had lapsed, kind of like yours, Alicia. And she's like, I want to come in. What's the best promo? What are the most amount of patches I could get for free with each pack? I was doing a little, you sign up as a core if you had fallen off, or if you upgrade, you get one X39 or two supporter patches. So anyways, so I was like, well, you can get four if you do the premium. And she's like, I'm doing the premium. I'm coming in with the premium. And I said, oh, she lives right around the corner. She goes, I'm coming to your house to pick up those four patches. I said, okay, it's fine with me. And she's like, 315 work? I'm like, sure. Thank God I had them all in stock because I had just received another shipment. But she was like, I'm doing the premium because I want the most amount that I can get for free. She goes, now I can't do the premium every month. I was like, I know. So I am sure you don't need to do it every month, but when you are ready to do the premium again in a few months, because she got enough patches for herself and her kids, right, and her spouse, I said, just let me know and I'll make sure you get that same discount and that same extra promo. She's like, oh, I'm gonna do that in a few months. I was like, okay, right, you just do the maintenance packs. Like easy peasy. Those maintenance packs make it a piece of cake to do the same price, right? That same promo premium price. So lots of great ways. And again, you don't have to give someone free patches. Obviously, you guys, you don't have to give them free patches, but it's fun. You dangle that carrot once in a while, and then they're gonna, when's the next? What's happening? When's your next promo? When's your next freebie, right? And they're looking for that. Nothing wrong with that. So Nancy Muslim, I know you signed up a new brand partner last week. Can
Oh,
you
that was
give?
fun.
Yeah.
That took a year, people. I'm saying you drip, you drip, you drip. So, although I'm a real estate agent, we have a softball vendor day last year. She's set up her shop next to me with all our goodies we handed out because our pens and blah blah blah. She goes, but I always am saying the patches. She said, well, my husband and I would be really interested. Well, keep talking to her through the last year. And then finally saw her at a CE class last week. And I said, Paulette, let's do this. She goes, you know what? We are ready. Well, of course, they signed up as a premium because of the value. Bring it Costco buying, get a lot for less. So
Yeah.
that's how it worked out. So boy, you just gotta keep, however you're putting it out there, you never know when they're gonna be ready and pop. So grateful for Paulette and her husband. He had some amazing results. Just, I always give a few patches to the people until their shipment comes. Let's get them going. And she says he's always had good response and they got their patches 2 days ago and she goes, we're ready. But they were ready. They were committed. That's the other thing. Gotta make sure they're gonna stick with it. And so I think that's the biggest part is keeping in touch with them. How you doing? I just talked to another lady who's having a rough start. And just we're reworking the patches. Where are we gonna patch? I got her on Celtic Salt and just gotta work through it. And I know it's gonna work. And we have to have that confidence and share that. It will work if you just do what you're supposed to do. So
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for your promos and help. It helps.
Wonderful. That's good to hear. Congratulations.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Rhonda, where are you at? You signed up two new brand partners last week.
Yes, I did.
Tell us how
Um,
you did it.
well, I've just been working this tracker sheet for the Bahamas cruise, and working through BNI, getting people results, patching them there. And I asked them once they get results, can you please stand up and say something to the whole 65 people in the group? And he did. And so a gentleman that has never met with me outside of BNI and never referred me in 3 years referred me two people. His wife was one, and she's getting fantastic results week one. She's blown away. So that was the first one. And then I was Sunday going into the pool place. I've been going for 4 years before I even started patching, but every time I go, I have my patch right here. And I'm sitting there waiting for them to test my water. And the guy behind the counter is like, I've seen those patches on other people too. What do they do? I said, they wake up your dormant stem cells, repair anything. He's like, really? Well, my big guy here, which is the manager of the store, he's a really big guy. He's limping and he's in pain. I want to buy some of those for him. Can I do it? Yeah, do it right here. Here, give me your credit card. He's like, well, can I just pay you cash? I was like, okay, sure. So he says, I'll get some for me and some for him. He's like, how much you need? I said, oh, I'm trying to figure it out. And he just wanted I said, just give me $500. They whipped out $500. There's a line behind me getting their water tested. And it's like a drug deal going down. The guy comes out and hands me five, and I stick it in my pocket and walk out the door. They've been seeing me for 3 years and I'm in the system, but I'm thinking as I'm walking out the door, who does that? It just gives you $500 and lets you walk out the door. So
Obviously,
it was,
you're a trustworthy person, like Jody said earlier, right? And people trust you, right? That's what happens with Beth, with all of you guys.
and then I'm thinking, oh, it's Sunday. I've got to go put this in the bank. So I have to drive to the bank and put it in the ATM so I have the money so I can pay for his order and get it done on Sunday for the promo. So they bought in advance. And so that was pretty exciting. And I said, well, how'd you get like this? And he's like, well, ex-sheriff. I climbed a lot of walls chasing bad guys and really messed up my back. So I went the next day because I didn't have my patches on me. Guys always bring your patches with you. But I was just going to get my pool water tested. So I went back the next day and put patches on him and gave him some for 3 days till his order came in. So that was really cool to be able to help him out like that. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that some of these were time. Nancy's was a year, right? Lalicia has been going in getting vitamin drips forever. Yours was 3 years. I
3 years.
had a similar situation happen with a man today for 2.5 years. And I sit down, he starts talking peptides like he thought I had no idea what they were, and he just shared them with me. And this was this big revelation to him, and I'm like, I'm just dying inside. I'm like, oh, buddy. So, of course, it was not expected to run into this person. So, I, of course, came home and whipped out my packet and got my stuff ready to take to him tomorrow before I leave for London. But, it's like, this is all I have with me is just this one little thing. Let me get you some information because he obviously wanted more details. But, anyways, you guys, you never know with people, right? You never know the timing with people. So thank you, Rhonda, for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Tina, you enrolled 2 new brand partners last week. Tell us how you did that.
Well, one of them was introduced to LifeWave about 3 years ago. It says they don't work. They don't work. I've got heart problems. They don't work. I said, well, you know what? I would give them another second chance. Let me be the one, like the Avon lady, to give you the second chance. And I said, I'm going to call you every day. So today he came to the restaurant bringing me eggplant and spinach. He's so happy because his health has improved and he's now walking 3 times a week over a mile. And this guy's close to 70 years old. I said, it's time for you to order the patches on your own. I said, I know you like coming to my house and getting your patches, but I didn't want to tell him, get a free patch. I said, it's time for you to get patches on your own. Would you be willing to do that and buy 90 days up front? Yes. I said, okay, we're doing it by phone right now. So that was at 20 minutes before 9, before 10 o'clock Eastern time. And then another 3 people was people calling me because there's a lot of people that I deal with. Their seniors. This couple was 94 years old and 89 years old. And they're like, we just want to get the patches from you, Tina. And we like it when you come over to our house. So anyways, I brought my silver suitcase. I had everything in like this James Bond looking suitcase. And I went over and they rattled off their list of everything they wanted. I said, oh my gosh, Barb, that's a lot of patches that you're out of. And I don't have what you want. I said, you know what? They have a special for new people when they open an account where you can save yourself a lot of money. That's $450 of X39 for $295 if you get their baby package. But based on all the patches you need like 10 different patches. You need to get the advanced pack. And this is about $800 of product for $535. I said, give me your credit card and let me just order this for you. I'll be at your house in 2, 3 days. And I'll give you some of my personal patches to cover you if you need it. And we'll go over each and every one of your envelopes. So that's after over a year of them patching with me. And finally, they became a customer with their own account. And so that's what happened.
Give me
And
your
I'm at my
credit card and
restaurant.
I'll get you set up right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll get you set up.
You know, Stacy, what is so hilarious about this is, do you remember when we first said that we said, give me your credit card, and everybody looked at us like we had six heads?
Yeah, but they did.
And everybody
Okay.
on here all of a sudden is going, give me your credit card. Doesn't it feel really good and comfortable to say, give me your credit card?
Or give me your cash. Give me $500 cash. I'll
Give
stick
me
it in my
$500.
pocket.
Oh my God, I love it.
That's called confidence and belief in yourself and trusting yourself and knowing that you're going to do what you say you do, right? And you have a product that delivers. So, of course, there's no hesitation in that. So, for those of you guys that are new or newer, or you're wondering about verbiage, you heard a lot. But I have one more person here, Ann Ziegenhorn. Ann, can you unmute? You enrolled several people last week.
Unmute.
Oh, sorry, I accidentally muted you again. I was trying to hit it. One more time, girl. Let me hit it one more time. Let's see. Oh, oh my God, I did it again. I didn't know you were okay. This is it. Last time. There, I'm done. I'm not touching. You unmute. Go.
That's you. All right, she's got to turn her volume down. Put on. We're echoing.
Who is it?
Becky Fawn has hers on too.
Oh, yeah. Just tell her to mute real quick.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. Tell us how you signed up your brand partners last week.
Okay, last week, so we had come off of a function at a health expo, and we had a lot of people to follow up with, and we divvied it up between all the girls that showed up to do it. And basically, we told them we patched them at the event for free, and then we followed up with them, and we just told them, said, "Here's what we think you need based on what you told us," and we went ahead and did what you said. Give me your credit card. How would you like to pay for this? MasterCard, Visa, American Express, or Discover. And boom, they signed up.
I love it. I love it. How would you like to pay for this? Visa, MasterCard, American.
Well, first we say, what address would you like your patches to go to?
Mm-hmm.
And then they tell us, and then we're like, and how would you like to pay for that? Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover.
Yeah.
That's it.
I love it. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Good job. That's awesome. The events are working, aren't they? I love
Yes.
it. I love it. All right, Lisa Reister, you just popped in here, girl. Let's hear how you signed up new brand partners last week.
Thank you. Yes. So I patched a waitress about 3 weeks ago and someone at my church, and I just kept following up with them, and they both signed up last week.
I love it. Waitress and someone at your church. So you're out and about, huh?
Yes. Gotta tell everybody.
Anybody else on the Zoom out and about, going to restaurants, grocery stores, IV vitamin lounges, churches, expos, water pool places? Anybody going places? Yeah, the people. We just gotta like be open for business, right? That's why we walk around with these babies on our chest or on the side of our neck, yeah, at the gym. Absolutely. Wherever we're at, we just wear it where somebody can see it and they're gonna ask, and you're like, oh, like you forget you had it on. You're like, oh, this. Oh, this is my reverse aging patch. Or, oh, this got rid of all the pain in my body. Or, oh, this is how I sleep at night. I wear this during the day and I sleep like a baby at night. Right? You just, whatever rolls out of your mouth, a one liner, and then you just shut your mouth and let them talk. Isn't that how that works? Yeah. I love it. Congratulations, Lisa. Congratulations. Oh, yep. Dee was getting a mani-pedi yesterday. I was too. We weren't at the same place though. Are you in Florida? I don't think you were next to me, Dee. I didn't see you. No, I'm joking. You're not located here. Right. But talking to the person next to you, that's perfect. I love it. Absolutely. Wherever we're at, work, the gym. Yes. Anywhere and everywhere. Nope, she's in PA. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Anybody else on here sign up someone last week and earn a free supportive patch or more? Anybody else? Raise your hand. Type in the chat. I'll unmute you. We want to hear how you signed somebody up last week. I went down through the list, kind of looking to see who was here, who was on the list. I should have given Leah the list. She would have already cross-checked the list for me. I would have, like, she could have printed it, stapled it, turned it into Excel. I mean, she could have done all the things in the meantime. I'm just kind of like going back and forth with screens. Oh, yeah, she's on it. She's on it. All right, alphabetical. Yes, in alphabetical order. Yes, in alphabetical order. That is Leah's. Must be in alphabetical order. I don't even, I can export. That's what I can do. I can export and I can turn to a PowerPoint or PDF and print. But that's about it. So thank God we are surrounding ourselves with amazing people that know. Oh, look what I learned last night. Leah told me how to do a PowerPoint presentation in Canva, and then Laura tells me how to do a PowerPoint presentation in Gamma. And I've done 2 PowerPoint presentations in like 2.5 seconds. Done. I'm like, where has this been in my life? It took me hours to do the one for Trey before. I was like, oh, let me find this picture and take this and move this and these words and da da da. And then both these ladies turned me on to 2 AI programs that did it instantly for me. We're always learning. We're always learning, always learning. So, you want to learn something new? You want to learn something fun? You want to hear about what's happening this week? Oh, Brenda. Sorry, I didn't see that. Brenda, where are you at, Brenda? You signed a new brand partner last week? Brenda, you want to unmute and tell? And then I'll share what we got going.
Okay, great. Thank you. Well, I called everybody I knew and didn't have any success. So I asked a friend of mine, I said, hey, would your grandson be interested in signing up? And he said, well, sure. That would be great. Because he hadn't been using his patches. So I said, well, maybe you and Michael can, make sure you're each wearing your patches every day. So he said, okay, we'll sign him up and we'll do it. So it was really that easy. So I'm
Awesome.
really thankful for your promo and it really encouraged me and Joe and his grandson, Michael. So thank you very much.
You are welcome. Congratulations, Brenda. Way to go.
Thank you.
All right, and Leah just told me that Stephanie Christian is on here. Stephanie, do you want to unmute and tell us how you signed up your 2 new brand partners?
Hello,
Hi.
good evening. I'm actually driving, so that's why I'm not on camera.
You look like you're in somewhere really tropical and fun and relaxing.
In my mind, I definitely am. I'm in New York.
Oh, yeah, that's not. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of getting cold, and I have a jean jacket on today for my walk. I ended up just following up with some people. Leah had done our event for me. Gosh, I think it was like about 2, 3 weeks ago now. And I've just been following up with people through that. And some people were really excited to not even help themselves, but help their elder family members. And today I helped somebody who has arthritis, also dry skin. So it's like eczema. And we suggested the Alavita for that along with the X39 and X49, absolutely.
Nice. I love
And
it.
so,
Congratulations.
yes, it's been such fun just being on this team and learning from everyone.
Wonderful. Well, good. I'm glad you're learning and helping other people in the process. That's the thing. We don't learn everything and then go help. We learn as we go, right?
Yes, for sure. Thank you.
Congratulations, Stephanie. Way to go, girl. Watch the road. All right, Michelle Burton. Lisa said Michelle Burton's on here. Michelle, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear
Awesome.
me?
Yeah, share with us how you signed up your new brand partners.
Well, I actually signed up like 5 or 6 of them within, I would say, 2 or 3 weeks almost. And a lot of them, I actually just keep checking up on them. And they always didn't say no, but it wasn't the right timing. But one of them actually, she had some medical problems, and of course, I do massages and pain management. And I ran into her 3 times, and finally, that fourth time, she said, "Okay, I'm going to come and see you." And we're trying the patches to get her well again. And then another guy is trying to help his dad and his dog, and we've been talking for 2 years, um, almost 2 years. And then, oh gosh, the other one, I think it was, they actually finally said, "Okay, I'm gonna try it." They seen one of my testimonials that I sent them. I always send out things, trying not to crowd them with too much, but I send them out all kinds of Zoom information, as well as testimonials and pictures, and so I kind of rotate it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Lots of different examples there.
Yeah, I try to do different things. I do more than the 333. I do probably about 10 people per day, and or more. And I just keep talking about it. Like today I did some chair massages for a corporate, and they all were interested, so we'll see what happens here.
Congratulations. That's exciting. That's going to lead to more people that you're going to be able to impact their life, right?
I hope so. There's about 15 of them that I know that were very interested. So one of them was even a pastor.
Good. Good. Well, he can stand up there and share it with the congregation.
That's right.
We have lots of pastors up there doing that in Michigan, that's for sure.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Congratulations, Michelle.
Thank
Congratulations. All right. So Jackie Jones, you're on here. Leah's like, I'm gonna go find that report. I'm gonna check that thing and see who everybody is. Thank you, Leah. All right. So Jackie, let's hear, how did you sign up somebody last week?
Well, this was really interesting because my neighbors in another condo in my building came back from Tennessee the last week in August, and I happened to run into them as I was walking out of my condo one day. And I asked, Carol, are you okay? She was using a cane, and she said, well, my knee's bothering me. And I said, I think I got something that can help you. If you want, I can bring it over as soon as I finish walking Stella. So after I walked my dog, I went over and talked to Carol, and she said, and I said, here's, try these patches. I gave her an Eon, an X39, and Ice Wave, and I gave her 3 days of patches. And while I was there, she said, "Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you, Mike has COPD, her husband. Is there anything that can help him?" I said, "I'm going to come back down. I'm going to give you something else that Mike can try." And so I loaded them with patches, and this was the last week in August. And then on Monday, it was actually Tuesday. I did not know yet about the special that you were offering on Tuesday when I talked to them again. But she said, Jackie, Mike and I use the patches and we appreciate it. But she said, we just don't think they're going to work for me. And I've got an orthopedic appointment for him to look at this knee. This would be my second knee replacement. I'm not wild about it, but she said, I'm going to hold on to your stuff, your information you gave me as a backup. And if the orthopedic says another surgery on that knee is not a good idea, then I'm going to go back and we're going to give your patches a try. And I said, well, Carol, thanks. That sounds great. And, let me know how y'all are doing. I'll see you around the neighborhood. And so then I get a phone call about 3 hours later from somebody I've never met before. His name was Ken. And he said, hey, I'm friends with, with Carol and Mike. And they told me about these patches that you brought over to them. And he said, I've got a torn ligament or something. He said, and my leg has been hurting me for 18 months. And I said, Ken, I've got some patches that could probably, you could give it a try and help. And he said, well, actually, I'm packing because I'm going out of town, but I'll be back, middle of the week next week. But he said, give me a call, Jackie, in the morning. So I got with him on Wednesday morning on the 3rd. I still didn't know about the special, but that was okay. I got with him on the 3rd, and he said, I'm going to do this because he said, I don't want to go through surgery. I've talked to surgeons, and this is a nasty operation, and I really want to try this. And he said, here's my credit card number. And, he just started giving me all the information. So I put in an order for a core pack for him. And then so he's all set. He was flying out the next morning, and I think he's coming back tonight or something. And then he's going and he travels the world. He's almost 80 years old. He drives a red Corvette. It's uh, very interesting guy. But anyway, he was getting ready, and he said, I really want to have these patches before I go on my next trip. He's going, I don't know, somewhere halfway around the world. So he was all excited about that. So we got him all set up. And then I found out there was a special. So, so I feel like my supply has been reimbursed.
I love it. Look at you. Congratulations. Law of reciprocity, right? You're just giving
Right.
these patches out to people, and then look, poof, here comes the freebies coming in for you. Well, congratulations, Jackie. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome. And I guarantee you that couple's going to come back. They're going to be like, yeah, we better do this. Yeah, because then he's going to get results and go tell them, you're the one that told me about the patches. You should be on these things. That'll come full circle. That'll be exciting. So thank you, Jackie. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Jody, let's hear how you've been enrolling some people here. Let's talk about your brand partners. What'd you do?
Well, the one I got last week was a client of mine. I own the wellness center, so he's been in a few times. We've talked about him a few times, and he's been interested, but just kind of one of those seeds I've been planting all along. I talk to new people every day. I knew everyone who comes to my store, I'm at least talking to them because they're coming in for one health condition or another. And I always refer to my new favorite tool in my toolbox, of all the tools I have here to offer you. This is my favorite, and this is why. And so I go in and talking about them and stuff. So planting seeds every day. Well, he came to one of my classes I actually offer. I offer him twice a month at my store. And he came in with his mom and his wife, and they ended up enrolling with a premium pack that night so they can share them and start working with them. So that was awesome. Then this past week, I went down to Tennessee to work a vendor booth with Lisa. And while I was down there, one of my clients from Michigan that I had introduced to the patches, I used ice waves on her, then suggested some stuff. She called me, said, I'm ready to sign up. I want, how do I get the patches? And so it's just in the midst of that fair down there. Early morning before went out to the fair, I told her, I said, I'll call you. And we got her set up. We got her the advanced plus a few extra patches after got talking about what she needs and stuff. But she was ready. And then at the fair, at the vendor event, we patched a lot of people, and it's always amazing, just to see the aha moment, like, when the ice waves actually like instantly take a pain away that they've been suffering from. And what I thought was we started working with, more of the vendors, and the vendors were sending people to us, you know, you got pain, you gotta go see these ladies. That's amazing.
Wow.
So that was fun. We planted a lot more seeds down there, but it was right at the end that it was one of the vendors' sisters that came in to the see her sister at the event right at the end after the third day. And the sister's like, you got to go see her because you got a lot of stuff going on. And right there at the last minute, she signed up for an advance pack plus some more because she's going to share with her mom. And but they're going to get introduced to their whole family. She's like, this has got to, we have so many people that we can help with this. I'm like, sweet.
Wow.
So,
I love it. Just sharing with people wherever you're at, no matter what
just
state.
right? going out of state, going wherever you need to go.
Mhm.
Just sharing, but sharing with my passion,
Yeah.
letting that shine through. So
Congratulations. That's exciting.
thank you. It is.
Impacting lives all over the country. Congratulations. All right, you guys. So, what I want to share with you, I'm going to screen share. So, this is week 3. And in week 3, we're going to talk about. Sorry, I can't get that other part. Let's see, oh, I already opened it. There we go. I can't get this off here. My thing is stuck. So last week, I'm sorry, week 2. Last week it was enroll a new customer brand partner and get a free supporter patch. This is week 2, so doing 3 different product exposures, patching samples, or demos are what we're going to talk about today. And like I said, we have something new every week that we're going to be focusing on. So this week, it is all about the Alavita eye cream. So starting tomorrow, so this actually starts tomorrow and goes through Sunday. We're going to have this promo is a little bit different than last week's or even than the X39 when we did a few weeks ago. I don't know if you're using the Alavita eye cream. If you are, drop a comment in the chat. I have my night cream right here because this is my hand cream that I use at my desk. Obviously, the eye cream's in there, but I have 5 Alavita eye creams. So what we're going to do is if you complete this jot form, 5 people, we're going to do a wheel of names. I'll get back from London on Monday, so it will be Tuesday, and I'll do a live wheel of names in the team page for you guys for all the people that submit their jot form. So, how do you get an entry? You can get an entry from doing an in-person or a virtual patching party. Take a picture of it. Okay, take a picture and upload the picture here and the date. Okay, so you're going to put the date in there. You can upload a picture of yourself patching someone, like at the events, right? You just heard Dr. Jody say that they were patching people, getting people out of pain on the spot. So have someone take a picture of you patching someone else, or you heard Michelle just put in the chat that she patched 13 people at her event that she just did. So her massage chair event, have someone take a picture of you doing that. Or you can upload a picture of yourself patching, yeah, well, yourself patching someone. That's the same thing. Okay, so we need to change the words on this because it was, I think it was doing a demo. Yeah, patching or doing, this was supposed to be not patching someone at an event, but let's say you're having like a one-to-one, a coffee meetup or something like that. So take a picture of that yourself with somebody that you're, meeting in person, or you could do a one-to-one on Zoom, right? But it's all about the connections with people and taking the pictures of that. And then you submit them. And then, of course, like I said, your name, you're going to go into a jot form, and 5 people will be receiving a free Alavita eye cream. So a little bit different this week. We're mixing it up, and we're going to mix it up every week in what we're doing for the 6 weeks leading up to conference. So how many of you, I don't have do we have any? Oh yeah, okay, good. Eye creams, yes. Love the eye creams, absolutely. How many people put eye cream, the GHK eye cream all over their whole entire face? Anybody else do that? You're like GHK everywhere? Yeah, that's why I have 5, because I just keep ordering them just to make sure I don't run out. I'm like, I need extras, I want more. Brent's like, how many Alavita trios and eye creams do you need? All of them. Like this night cream is everywhere. I have it in my car, I have it in my purse, I have it in my actual bag. Of course, I have it on my bathroom counter. Brent has it on his bathroom counter. It's hand cream for me 24/7. So there's no wrinkles, no dark spots happening on the back of these hands that make people look old. So that's the Alavita eye cream that goes right back here. And it goes right here twice a day, every day, because this is not going to look old either, right? Women look old right there. That stuff gets crinkly and smushy and yucky looking. And so this is what does that. And GHK, same thing. I put it all over my face, right? Rub it in, and then just, do this on the back of the hands and right up in here. Don't waste any of that stuff. Yeah, I love it. So if you're not using the eye cream yet, absolutely, definitely want to get that GHKCU eye cream. Okay, so what questions do you guys have? comments, questions, I'm going to let you unmute yourself. We do have about 10, 12 minutes left. So if you have any questions or anything you want to ask in regards to anything to do with the business, product sharing, feel free to unmute yourself. Or raise your hand or type it in the chat. I'm going to put this jot form in the team page right away. So you look at your calendar, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's the deadline. 10 p.m. Eastern time zone. If you don't know what your time zone is, get yourself the little Time Buddy app and figure it out so that you know that's the deadline.
Stacy, Rhonda has a question.
Oh, okay. Hang on one second. Bill, did you say something?
Yeah, does the eye cream take away wrinkles?
Wrinkles, yes, that's the whole thing. The GHKCU. So we're not elevating it in our body with like we do with X39. We're actually applying it to the skin, and that's how it's most commonly known is in the esthetician world in the creams and serums that people use. So GHK is super powerful for wrinkles.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Good question. All right, Rhonda.
I'm doing samples of the water along with the patches tomorrow at BNI. Would that count?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
I'm gonna put that back now here. Hey.
Kathleen, did you have a question?
Yeah, Goofy Pin.
Nope, don't think so. Okay. Sounds like she's talking to a little one. Who else has a question? Who else has an event this weekend or a one-to-one?
What's the difference between patching, samples, and demos?
So they're kind of like the same thing. So different people call them different things. So if you're doing a demo, like say you're at a event, right? You're at a vendor event, a show, and you're demonstrating putting the patches on someone, or maybe you're doing an in-home person party and you're demonstrating. That's a demo, which is the same thing as you patching people, right? If you're patching people at an event, or if you're at an actual patching party, or maybe you're doing a virtual, like Stephanie and I just got off a virtual patching party. So that patching party, take a picture, boom, that's uploaded and you're able to be entered that way. So you don't have to be physically with the people, but obviously if you're patching someone, you are physically with them, right? And maybe you're doing a demonstration, like at BNI, you're demonstrating something for the group to watch. You're giving a presentation. That's another word for it, right? It's a demonstration. Obviously, a demo is different from a patching party, but it could be kind of the same thing. Either way, at the end of the day, pictures of you talking to people, new people, sharing the technology, whether you're patching them in person or you're sharing it, with you're on Zoom and you're holding your hand up, right? You've got it on and you're talking about the technology with a group of people. Yeah, exhibit at the gym, absolutely. Trainers, new gym, perfect. That's a perfect place to take pictures of what you're doing. Patching at the farmer's market. Absolutely. That's another great place. Yep. It's all about the patches and getting the patches on people and sharing the patches with people, sharing that information. That's what it's all about for this week. This week is the activity of the patching, which we obviously know leads to eventually, sometimes immediately, sometimes years down the road, to the sign up. But it's the activity that we're going to focus on for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that 4 days.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Who else has a question?
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
So there's I think it was last night that you were talking about that. So it's whoever's personally doing the event. It's not the person having the event for the person having the event. I know you had gone through a few of those things yesterday and I couldn't remember because I was taking a walk. I wasn't taking notes. So is that like the week after? I know there's a few things like I took a picture. Can you show that what we're doing every week? Because I know this week is going to be doing an event. But there was 1 week where we're going to be supporting other people in doing the event. So this is our
Yep.
Personal
So
one.
this week is
Okay,
you
I see.
doing the product exposures, whether you're
Okay,
sampling, with
perfect.
people, demos, patching. Next week, it's about helping someone rank up on your team.
Okay.
And the next week after that is getting your people registered for the conference or plugging into some kind of training. Like Marcy has the California training coming up. I've got the El Paso training coming up. She's in Alaska, those kinds of things. So we've got
Perfect.
trainings happening all over, and maybe it's not even on the calendar, right? Maybe it's something that there's events in, I know they always do them in Michigan, they're doing them in Virginia. So, and that's week 4. Week 5 is you sharing your personal story, whether it be on, a voice clip, a Zoom, a post, a one-to-one. So it's all about you sharing your story with people. Again, kind of, just your story. It's all about the storytelling. And then the final is qualify for a rank up, at whatever last minute rank up that can possibly happen for you. So that's the last week before we go into conference. So.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, the water, sharing the water counts. Absolutely. 100%. If you got a water machine, girlfriend, that counts. Yes.
What's share the light? What's share the light? Is that
That's the name of our conference.
a convention? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We still have people that are swapping tickets. So if you're looking for an early bird ticket, there still are some available. I see people posting for one reason or another. They bought extras. So there still are availability. I transferred my last ticket today to Stanley, right? Trey's best friend. He's going to conference with us with his mom and dad, Tony and Stan. So that's exciting. Get the young generation popping in there and making their waves. So exciting. So ticket transfer, if you want to transfer a ticket and be recognized. So let's say somebody from last conference was a brand new brand partner, or maybe they came in January and they promoted to manager or director. If they want to walk across stage, they need to transfer that ticket as of Sunday the 14th, this Sunday the 14th, if they want recognition at conference. If they haven't promoted, maybe they're still brand partner or whatever, or maybe they're a different rank. They don't care. It doesn't matter. You can transfer tickets beyond that time frame. It's just for recognition. You have to have it by the 14th. They need 30 days to get their act together on all the promotion details, whether it's a trophy you're getting or whatever other stuff they're giving out. All of that has to take place, and they need 30 days to pull it together. Can you imagine doing that for tens of thousands of people, right? Pulling that all together in 30 days. So that's what the deadline is. I don't think there is a deadline to transfer tickets, or if there is, I haven't seen one. Is there one, Leah? Is there a deadline, actual deadline for ticket? What is it, like the 19th, or is
I
it
think
like
it's the
that?
15th of September, honestly.
It's gonna
It's
go
just a
later.
couple days away. Yeah.
It'll go later than that. We'll make sure it goes later than that. People have to have up until the time to be able to transfer a ticket. Why do they care? People can buy Ticketmaster tickets from the people walking in the door. Nobody really cares. Like it
I
doesn't
think
matter.
it's just so everybody can have the lanyard with their name on their thing. If it's not transferred
Hmm.
at the last minute, they're not going to have their name printed like we will.
Yeah. I still think last year they let us do ticket right up to the deadline, like right up to the time of conference. We were still transferring people's tickets. So I'll double check on that, but I'm gonna go with you can transfer for a while still up until conference, a few more weeks before conference, maybe even the day before. I mean, I've seen it happen, honestly, where people like, I can't go, I want to go, I want the ticket, I'm transferring the ticket. I know we had a deadline because I remember last year them telling me I couldn't transfer somebody's ticket, or was that the year before where we did it manually? And I was like, no, this was definitely by the time frame you said, so do it. And they did it. So we'll see. We'll see what it is. Hopefully I'm sure they have to still allow them. There's no way they're going to cut it off for a month. They want the people to be there. They don't want people to not be there. So if you don't get a lanyard with your name on it, that's what you use as Sharpie for. Just write it on there, right? It's all good. Bring your own name badge. Bring your own name badge. You can do that. All right, you guys. Any other questions, comments, thoughts? We've got so much excitement and momentum in this team right now. It's crazy amazing. It's awesome. I'm excited for all of you guys, all of the growth, all of the excitement and the promotions and the things that are happening and are going to continue to happen, right? We're at a huge pivotal point in the year always. September is always a big pivot month for everybody making huge jumps and leaps in their business. Yeah, I don't know about the BP's out of country. But I mean, as far as recognition, yeah, recognition 100%, but I don't know their date for sure.
No, no, no. I meant like, is it they can be involved in this because like Fenton's on here and from some it's 1:30 in the morning. I was just gonna make sure that people got this recording so they can play with us.
You mean
That's
the
what I meant.
Alavita? The Alavita?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, I
absolutely.
thought so. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, yeah, you're good. Susan?
Quick question off topic. So it's Celergize is my question. And I know we talked about this probably a month ago, but I can't remember what the conversation was. So I'm just trying to make sure I keep people with their business volume, month to month and their rankings and everything. And what was the reasoning again? Because I know we're pricing it at 69. I realize you can't bundle it with the packages because I realize the packaging of the actual container is different. And so I understand all that. But the volume, if they buy one, is like 27. So two, 54, whatever. So we're just under the 55 if somebody's trying to stay active brand partner. And so I kind of panicked because I had somebody on there who's about ready to lose all their volume and ordered two. And then I noticed it. Thank goodness I did. I just went in and bought one myself that month just to keep them alive, so to speak. But what is there a reason that corporate's not? I mean, I get one if it's not going to be like a supported patch, but I'm thinking, gosh, a supported patch is 55, but yet we got to get three seller guys to even stay qualified for as a brand partner. You know what I mean? Of the 55. So do you shed some light on that? I'm just trying to
Yep.
help
So
educate my people.
that was an oopsie by corporate. We have been talking to them, meaning myself, April, Marcy, Field Advisory Board, for about 2 months now.
Okay.
In that, and they're like, yeah, we need to get that fixed. And I'm like, yeah, you do. Like, there has to be a button that you push that makes that difference in the back office. Somebody has to have access to that button. And for some reason, the powers that be are not on the Zooms that we are on with the people at corporate that we're on with, and it hasn't been changed yet. But they are very aware of it. We were supposed to have our field advisory board meeting today, so instead, April sent another message to Garrett. When are you going to fix this? This has to be 55 BV. There's no reason it's not. You all made the mistake. Somebody didn't do the math, and accidents happen. They are human. You have to remember that. We don't have like AI robots running the company when it looks at, all this stuff. And so they're human and they made a mistake. Somebody didn't pass first grade math. And so they didn't add up the BV
Right.
correctly. And so we're trying to identify who can do third or fourth grade math and get it fixed for us. So don't worry, it will happen.
Okay.
It's just right now, I mean, I've offered many times to fly out there. I did yesterday. I said, guys, I'll come out. I will work with your social media team or lack thereof one you have so that we can post things correctly in the actual corporate Facebook page that mimics what they're doing in Asia and what they're doing in Europe. They're not asking me to come out and do that. I don't know why, but I'm offering. So I'm trying to do all the things I can to get them to have their ducks in a row. They really do at the end of the day. We get paid, we get our product, the two most important things. But there's a lot of little tiny things that are important too. Those other things matter. So I promise you, we're
So
we're
it,
we're on it.
so it will be like go back to like if it's $69, one seller guys will be 55. Is that what y'all are? Or two?
No, two will
Okay.
be 55.
Okay, that's fine.
So the
That's
thing is with the
fine.
seller guys, it's not even in a category with the patch.
Okay.
The patches are extremely inexpensive to make, right? An AI robotic system puts them together and you can't even see it because it happens so fast. Celergize, you're talking, that's a whole nother animal. The cost of the ingredients in there alone is why the BV is so low. Because otherwise, we would have to make this product over $100 if we
Okay.
wanted a decent BV to go with it. It's obviously, it's not our flagship product. It's not the main selling point. We obviously know from listening to the testimonials, it makes a massive difference
Mm-hmm,
in people's
mm-hmm.
success with the patches because most people are nutrient deficient, unfortunately, and they don't even realize they are because they think they're fine. I eat healthy. You're like, okay, good luck with that. If you're not supplementing, you're going to have some issues. But anyway, so it's too expensive to make the BV higher without raising the price. That's what we kind of were like, okay, we'll deal with the lower BV, don't really care, just keep the price down so we actually have customers that'll buy it. Most people aren't spending 70-ish dollars a month on an electrolyte amino acid. They're doing, the LMT stuff, which is crap, or they're doing stuff for, yeah, right, 19.99, or they're buying stuff on Amazon for $20. So this is a higher end price point. So obviously it's well worth it. We just had to, yeah. So anyways,
Okay, that makes sense. But thank you.
you're
Appreciate
welcome. You're
the
welcome.
advice.
Always. All right, you guys. Thank you for being here this evening. Excuse me. Congratulations to all of you for your enrollments, and I look forward to see who's going to earn our free Alavita eye creams this week. So let's get patching, people. See you soon on Zoom.